Jain friend, today I am going to discuss on the topic of Pakistan's economic crisis because nowadays this is a very high topic in our news and we will discuss the issue of Pakistan's economic crisis. High debt. What is the reason of Pakistan's economic crisis is that then first of all we will discuss in a point wise. First of all, first point is high debt. Pakistan debt to GDP is ratio 77.8 is around 293 billion, which is very high, and debt is likely to continue to increase in the future. And the second is lack of reform. The government of Pakistan has failed to implement reform due to lack of regulatory oversight and enforcement, as well as weak financial management due to high level of corruption in the system. This has led to decrease in domestic productivity and economic growth. And the third is political instability. It is no secret that the military of Pakistan hold the real power there, which has resulted in frequent military intervention in the democratic system of the country. Due to this, we are witnessing increasing protests and social unrest throughout the country. And the fourth is economic issue. Pakistan was suffering from slow economic growth. As we know that those countries which have slow economic growth, it means that they will face in future the problem of economy. After the post-COVID pandemic, which has just become worse during the pandemic and later due to catastrophic flooding, it is now suffering from high inflation of 27.6% due to high debt, political instability, the fall of its currency, and low foreign reserves of 4.3 billion. Due to these issues, it is very likely to that Pakistan will default on its debt, just like Sri Lanka. And the fifth is that terrorism. In recent time, Pakistan has seen a spike in terrorist attack on its soil from the Pakistan Taliban or TTP terrorist group, which is hurting Pakistan more at a time when it is going through political and economic crisis. And then we are going to discuss what is the impact of economic crisis of Pakistan on India. Then first impact is Pakistan is a home to many terrorist groups, which create the possibility that if Pakistan become unstable or fall into chaos, there is the potential for increased cross-border terrorism. Highlight this word: potential for increased cross-border terrorism, with Pakistan-based militant group increasing targeting India. And the second is that if Pakistan's economic situation fall to improve, it could result in many refugees entering in India, either through legal or illegal means. This influx of refugees may create additional security challenges of our society forces. And the third is that weakening of Pakistan economy will also mean or even greater increase in the influence of China. This is the point which you highlight, that I am highlighting this point: increase in the influence of China in Pakistan, which can result in a challenge for India. And the fourth is Pakistan is a nuclear armed country, due to which there is always a threat of militant group getting their hand on nuclear weapon if government collapse. Then we are going to discuss on the solution of Pakistan's economic crisis, how Pakistan become a successful or face this problem. Then we are going to discuss on the solution of Pakistan's economic crisis, because the solution is the best way by which we will put the impact of our in GDP. The government of Pakistan should prioritize improving regulatory oversight and enforcement and addressing corruption in the system. This is the first. And second is the Pakistan government will have to increase transparency and accountability in its political system and reduce military intervention in the democratic process. This will be very difficult. The Pakistan military is not willing to let go of its power over the system. And the third is that Pakistan ranked 107 out of 140 countries in the Global Competitiveness Index of 2018, and it is now even worse after the COVID-19 pandemics. Pakistan will have to implement economic reform aimed to increase domestic productivity and economic growth, to focus on building its domestic industry and expanding export to attract foreign investment. If Pakistan work or make any foreign policy, that's why another country will invest in their country, then this is the way by which Pakistan will defeat or face the problem of economic crisis. And the next is that Pakistan will need to work on combating terrorism. Yes guys, as we know that this is the very critical problem of Pakistan, because every time we listen that the Pakistan create a terrorist group by which it attack on it, like 9/11 in America and in Bombay mein Taj Hotel, these types of activity happening in our India by Pakistan's terrorist group. Pakistan will have to make attempt to normalize its relation with India. This is not only good for Pakistan's economy, but it will also be good for the growth of entire region. Then we are going to coming on the topic of, we are going to discuss on the conclusion. It is likely that Pakistan will not be able to manage its debt and will eventually default on its debt due to its political instability, corruption and weak institution, which have made it difficult for the government to implement the necessary economic reform to address the economic reform to address the country debt crisis. When this happen, it will bring a state of economic crisis to the country, which will suffer from major currency devaluation, very high inflation and increased social and political instability. The potential for increased cross-border terrorism and the risk of nuclear weapon falling into the wrong hand also add to the gravity of the situation. One thing is clear: if Pakistan government does not take proactive measure, the average citizen will face a difficult future in the upcoming time, and that's why we are doing the discuss on the topic of Pakistan's economic crisis. Then if you have any new points, then you will comment in the description box. Then if you have any new points, then you comment in the comment box, and I will be happy because you will also think about this topic, and I am also a group of member of your, because I am not a new guys, I am also a member of you. That's why I am saying that if you have a new point, then you put and write in the comment box of your opinion, and if you do not understand the meaning what I have tell in English, then we will discuss in the group discussion in Hindi in a WhatsApp group, because I am making a WhatsApp group or Telegram group. You all will come there, and we will discuss in Hindi what is the meaning of economic crisis and what is the practical solution, and how we will do the GD group discussion, because I think that you all will go at the home after the major culture classes. That's why I am the student of major culture classes, as you know that. That's why I am making a video. Thank you guys. Jai Hind.